Hello, my name is Enver Desic, and this is my speech. Let's begin. Knight pawn to b3. And so the game has begun. His opponent opens on the flank with the b pawn, intending to fianchetto his bishop on the open square on his next move. Robert already knows this, and now that it is his turn, he responds with the black pieces, king pawn to e5. Taking control over the center of the board. If you know about the fundamentals of chess, you know it's key to take control and space at the center of the board. It is Fabiano's move again, and he slides his bishop over to the b2 square as intended. Robert's lone pawn in the center is now vulnerable, so he defends it with knight to c6. After a series of moves by each player, it's an all-out battle in the center. Fabiano's bishop, knight, and other pieces are eyeing down Robert's strong center pawns. And with his next move, he will initiate the first exchange and also start a fierce battle. Fabiano's move is actually a very important one, and it must be calculated precisely, so he falls into a deep think for 20 minutes. Yes, that sounds like a lot of time for one chess move, but in many chess matches played by top-level competitors, 20 minutes is not all that long for a classical match in which both players have 2 hours to make 40 moves. It is the finals of the World Championship between the challenger to the title, Fabiano Caruana, and the defender, Robert James Fischer. With everything on the line for both players, every move matters and is equally as important as the previous move. So it is essential for them both to think deeply and precisely in order to gain advantage and win the title of World Chess Champion. Setting their match aside, and on a different note, I'm sure you own a phone or some sort of electronic device, and you probably spend a lot of time on it every day and use it as a source of entertainment. In fact, according to the research from Rescue Time, we spend about 3 hours and 15 minutes on our phones daily. And on average, we spend about 2 hours and 22 minutes on social media apps every day. So to put it into perspective, we are on social media for 2.5 hours out of 3 hours we spend on our phones every day. And likely for many of us, we're spending even more time than that. On popular social media apps like Instagram and Snapchat, it's easy to find yourself mindlessly scrolling through your feeds and getting sucked into whatever you see on the apps. Electronics have proved to be addictive and only worsen problems for people and kids especially. Nowadays, people are spending excessive amounts of time on electronics instead of spending time on something far more productive like chess. I strongly believe that everyone, no matter the age or gender, should play chess because it is a universal game and provides amazing benefits that can last into your old age. When you play chess, you immediately train your mind to think multiple moves ahead and try to come up with an advantage in the game or solve a problem that your opponent has proposed to you. In doing so, you are training your mind to be more decisive and sharp. Now imagine this. After the first 2 moves are made, there are approximately over 190,000 possible setups that could be played onwards. And after 3 moves are made, there are 100 million possible games that could be played. This comes to show that chess really has no limitation and is abundant with opportunities. When you play chess, you improve your memory because of having to account for the moves you made. In almost all my games that I've played, I always make sure to account for my king's safety because he is the most vulnerable piece, yet the most important one too. With most moves I make in a game, I would keep in mind my king's position and his vulnerability to my opponent's threats, combinations, and attacking pieces. As you can tell, that's a lot to account for just one move, and in a regular game that finishes all the way to the last pawn on the board, you would likely have to make over 40 of these nail-biting moves. Yes, I said nail-biting because chess can be an intense game, especially under time constraints. In fact, time chess matches are more common than longer games. These games can range from 60 minutes to just 1 minute per player. And with every move made in fast matches, you learn to trust your instinct and build quick problem-solving skills. I started to play chess at 7 years old, where I participated in my elementary school chess club. There, I only played long, untimed chess matches with my peers and instructors. I also played in chess tournaments all over the city, to which I've won top placement trophies. But now I find myself mainly playing timed chess matches against my dad, because he claims to be too old for longer matches, as they require a high amount of continuous concentration. My dad has played chess his whole life and has taught me a lot of what I know about the game today. I do enjoy fast-paced chess because it trains your mind to work quicker under pressure. I developed this skill and it's helped out greatly on the sports field. I play soccer and find that in the sport, your decisions are critical, especially in those last-minute situations where you could win or lose a game. Simply, a poor pass on your part can give the opposing side another opportunity to score. Furthermore, when you play chess, your IQ raises. Of course, not from just playing it once or twice, but after a consistent amount of time played, studies show your IQ does raise. In fact, a study conducted with 4,000 Venezuelan students showed a significant increase in IQ test scores for both boys and girls. It seems if you want to get smarter, then chess is the way to go. When you play chess, it mentally stimulates your brain and reduces your risk of Alzheimer's and other brain diseases that occur later in life. This just goes to show its benefits last into old age. Okay, you may be thinking that sure, chess is good, but there are other mind exercises that, like reading, for example, that can produce the same benefits. Yes, reading does produce similar benefits to chess, however, it is less interactive. On the other hand, you have video games, which seem far more fun and intense. But like any video game you play that gets your heart pumping and makes you feel rewarded after obtaining an achievement, a game of chess emulates the same type of intensity and can be just as rewarding when you win, especially if it's a high-stakes game. The major difference, though, is that chess is far more productive and better for you than video games. To your surprise, chess can make you lose weight. It is due to the stress and intensity of it, especially at high-level play. After monitoring the heart rates of grandmasters at the Isle of Man International Chess Competition in 2018, one player had a recorded caloric burn of 560 calories in just 2 hours of play, the equivalent of more than a 5-mile run. In addition, a top-level competitor can burn a whopping 6,000 calories from 1 day of tournament play. So the next time you want to exercise, forget the treadmill and play an intense game of chess. Most of you may not own a chessboard and don't know where you can play. For starters, you can download a free chess app on your phone and play from anywhere at any time. You also probably want to be able to play chess in real life like me, so I suggest you buy a chessboard, which can start from $12 on sites like Amazon. Now remember, there are 32 pieces on that board of 64 squares waiting to be moved. So I challenge you to go play chess and put your mind to good use. Thank you.